We are definitely having technical difficulties here, so I apologize as we get back to our tournament here. So we were saying Big Ben, Steve McNair. So Stuvie, who do you have in this one?
Oh, it's Big Ben. What's he? Three-time. I think been 3 Super Bowls. He's gonna be up there as this progresses. He's got a really good resume. He's had some really good seasons. Tough winner. It's rough. It's rough.
Anyone McNair? I think McCormick. Were you McNair? Anyone else?
No, I was Ralph.
Oh, that's right. You were Big Ben. Anyone McNair? Once. All right.
I forgot Stuvie used to be a Steelers fan underneath, like,
Yeah.
so we're a little impartial.
All right. Can Andrew Luck beat Steve Young?
Not in my world.
Not in my world. Okay, good. So Steve Young. All right, good. Steve Young, the 6th seed, moves on. Dan Fouts, Matthew Stafford. I'm guessing a top 12 QB could be outsy here. Aaron, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going Fouts. I think he finds better. I think he can figure out more ways to win. I think he just knows how to win. I don't think Stafford has learned how to win in the league.
Just pure looks, like Grizzly Adams look. I mean, you got to go with that for the Faust.
Yeah.
And
Fouts in the air, Courier. Jeez, I cannot. Dom, help me out there. But I got Dan Fouts. Does anyone have Stafford?
Yeah, I again, if we're going to start a franchise, I don't know. Neither one of them have any real winning things that I know about. I don't know that Dan Fouts is known as this great winner that I know of. He played with 2 Hall of Fame receivers. Well, he has something to do with that between Winslow and Joyner, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but
I mean, he's got 2 Hall of Fame receivers. Matthew Stafford's putting up unbelievable numbers, even when he had Calvin Johnson, so he has a little bit of help. And that's a guy that can go out. So, I mean, you got a little bit of 2 guys here. You got one hell of a thrower in Stafford, and not that Fouts isn't. I think that Stafford can do just about anything. And I got it. He doesn't win enough, but he's in Detroit. And
yeah, but Stu, you got Faust is like a poor man's Roethlisberger. He's a poor man's Big Ben.
Big Ben's been to 3 Super Bowls. Fouts hasn't even sniffed the championship.
That's why I said he's poor. That's why I said he's poor man. He's a poor man's version.
Poor man. Well, yeah, he's really poor. You're right.
McCormick, do you have Stafford or Fouts?
No, I got to go Dan Fouts.
Dahlman?
Dan Fouts.
All right, Danny.
The only reason you guys are missing. The only reason Detroit wins 4 games a year is because of Stafford.
That is true. Carson Palmer, the 19th seed versus Joe Montana, the 14th.
That's a buy. That is a buy.
Oh, geez. McCormick's on the bandwagon of yelling at me now.
No, that's not you pick. That's just I'm just anti Carson Palmer.
Okay.
Craig should have been through. He's in all caps, for goodness sakes.
That was for Aaron. That was for Aaron. I got some emails that had Brad Johnson, Dave Craig, and Brad Johnson on.
I was politicking.
What about Bubby Brister? How does he not make this list?
I didn't even see his name. Did he play quarterback? Did he throw it forward?
You would have also appreciated one of my other politicking picks that I tried to throw in there was Aaron Brooks. Weren't you an Aaron Brooks guy back in the day, Stuvie?
Yeah, I liked Aaron Brooks. He did what he throw a little, run a little bit. Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like Aaron Brooks over Sam Bradford or Jim Everett would have been, apropos, but no.
Wasn't Flutie on the original one when Pick sent it out?
Yes.
I mean, I like how the world wants to bash the crap out of Nick Foles in today's world. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback. He's 36th on this ranking thingy here, and the Bears are horse shit for picking him up. And if you read any pundit in the social media world, he's the 36th best quarterback in the modern era. Come on.
How about Drew
Tough when you're
Brees?
being compared to Andy Dalton.
Well done. Well said there, Christopher.
It's all
All right.
relative.
Drew Brees. Can Warren Moon pull the upset against Drew Brees?
No.
Yeah.
Move on. Let's stay focused. Let's power through this thing.
Aaron Rodgers, John Elway. Rexa, start it.
Wrong.
What's there to debate? Rodgers.
Stuver.
It's John Elway, actually. It's 5 Super Bowls. You cannot argue with 5 Super Bowls. He's led his team. Arguably one of the greatest Aaron Rodgers, great throw of the football. Aaron Rodgers does not win enough to be considered the 4th seed in this whole deal, or whatever the case may be. It's John Elway. He's got 5 Super Bowls. He's got the stats to back it up with 50, 60,000 yards or passing or whatever the hell he's got. Touchdowns. He's got the full package. Aaron Rodgers just simply does not win enough with for all his accolades that he supposedly has. 1 Super Bowl. You can't compare. You can't take a guy with 1 over 5.
I agree, Stuver.
All right, so there's 1 for Elway. Dahlman. Elway. There's 2. Aaron.
Favre's only got 1 Super Bowl, so you're going to take Elway over Favre for that
I would.
logic?
Yes.
No.
Aikman has more.
You can't
Super Bowl.
take it. I don't like the championship. I don't like the championship
Aikman?
argument. I don't like the championship argument that's how you
Just
just.
asking.
Yeah, Elway's a little bit different though too, because he's got championships, but he also has a lot of talent.
Yeah, I
Whereas
don't
like Eli Manning has 2 championships, but I'm taking Elway over Eli, even if they both still had 2.
Yeah, I got frozen there, but so I didn't really hear Rex's rebuttal, which is absolutely fabulous. So but the idea, I don't like the championship debate that's the only way that you compare players. But when you got a guy that can throw the football and can do what John Elway can do, and he's got 5 Super Bowls, and he's won 2, I think he's 2-time champ. You got to go with that. You got the talent and the hardware. That's how you do her.
Aaron. How do you go to you, Aaron? Who's your selection?
Man alive.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I mean, this is going to be one of the tougher ones. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I think Elway was the best when he wasn't at his best. Like, you think of, like, when he won, he was like a corpse walking around out there. It was the team around him that won, right? Like, Rodgers won in his prime. Like, Rodgers' career isn't over yet, so you could argue that he could still win.
Oh, that shit's over. I don't know who you're kidding. That career's over.
Well, look at we thought Elway was over too because he lost like his first 3 that he was at. And they rolled him out in a stretcher, and then with a better team, and he won.
All right. So
they didn't draft Jordan Love in Denver though, so Aaron Rodgers' boat's over with.
That doesn't mean
all right.
anything.
Let's move on. McCormick, who do you have?
One of my favorite players at the quarterback position in NFL history, John Elway.
John Elway. Aaron, did you ever decide?
I didn't decide. Scott, what do you got, dog?
I like Rodgers and his talent, but I'm gonna go with Elway on this one. Just with Elway's really talented, and he's got the wins. He's got the obviously the drive game and those couple of those games. Even though they didn't win the Super Bowl those years, he got in there.
I think
what are you saying?
Oh, oh boy. I was hoping it didn't come to me.
Well, we got 6 of us here, right? Is it going to go 3-3? We're gonna have to call in Joe or Kev. Let me dial them up.
We got 6 here. Okay.
Yeah, get Joe in here.
I love John Elway. I think he's great, but man, it's hard to go against Aaron Rodgers and what he's done.
He's a bad man.
I've watched him do what he's done to the Bears. I know he hasn't won as many Super Bowls, but man, I got to go Rodgers.
I'm texting Joe because this.
He's at you.
He's not here. We cannot pick Joe.
Joe's biased.
We cannot pick Joe.
Yeah.
You probably could pick Joe. Joe gets to pick the Packers just as much as anybody.
We will leave this. If we have to pick someone, I'll pick my tag team partner and see what he says. So I
I
text.
go with that. What
I will
would
text
have made
Red.
it-
Well, Bees, what are you doing?
Would I make it 4 for Elway?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to politic for, because like this one I'm fine with whichever way it happens. There's a matchup that's coming that I'm really going to be hot on the fact that this guy needs to move forward. So can I
I can't be bought. I can't
So
be bought.
You
you're
can
taking
abstain
Elway.
courteously. If you abstain, the
This is
two
like would
wins
you
is
rather. You have to
Elway.
pick someone.
Or if you split your vote, then it goes Elway.
I'm trying to gain some support. I'm trying to garner some votes. Kind
Yeah,
of
always really good. I mean, no doubt.
I'm trying to get like they do for the Hall of Fame, where they go around and kind of politic for their votes. There's a certain number 4 that wore number 4 in 3 different places that I'm going to be pulling for to make. Well, unfortunately, he's going to go up against.
Right now, we're Elway Rogers. Who are you taking?
I say nobody right now.
Holy balls.
Elway wins 3-2.
Yeah, he does.
Come
Elway's
on,
moving
Stab.
on.
What the hell kind of deal is this?
I abstained.
Culpepper
abstain
versus
on this.
Mahomes.
That's ridiculous.
I like this one too.
This is under protest for a guy not having
You
a
can't.
set.
Nope.
Who invited this guy?
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I'm on Patrick Mahomes' bandwagon. I think he is going to be very good and continue.
Who is it?
So,
Mahomes? Who?
Culpepper.
Mahomes, who? Oh God, it's not even a question. Culpepper is horrible.
All right, so
I
there's
agree.
two for Mahomes,
I'm Mahomes also.
3 Mahomes.
I'm going Mahomes, but I mean, with those teams are pretty solid up in Minnesota with Culpepper and Moss
Yeah,
and
they were
Carter.
good.
Too bad Culpepper got his knee destroyed, but I'd go Mahomes.
Yeah,
but
that's
Culpepper's
the
pretty
point.
solid.
They
Though.
were that's the point. He had Moss and Carter at their prime, and
True.
he still wasn't that good. The
Domin.
guy was.
He was pretty solid. I don't know. I like Culpepper. I still go Mahomes, but I don't know. I
He
like
was
Culpepper.
good. Yeah. I think Mahomes. Hasselback, Rivers, Dahlman. Who do you got? Do you think Hasselback beat Rivers?
Phillip and his bolo tie. All the
Yeah.
way.
Stuver,
Yeah,
you with Rivers?
Yep.
Anyone else? Hasselback. Okay.
Not here.
Can I take Phil Sims?
You can take a mute. Russell Wilson, Prescott.
Yeah,
I think
Ooh,
Russell.
I take Russell.
Russell.
Yeah, you go Russell.
All right, good.
I take Russell over Andy Dalton's backup.
If Prescott had another T in his last name, I'd take him.
I saw it. He's got 3 T's. I wanted to accent the Prescott. Favre, Cutler.
Cutler.
They're all the same.
All right.
Oh my
Anyone?
goodness.
I saw one Cutler. Heard one Cutler.
That's all you're gonna hear. And I'm pretty sure that was just a vote to tick me off. I don't think that person really believes that.
Matty Ice, Troy Aikman. Let's see, McCormick. Give us start this one.
I agree with the criticism of Aikman. Not a big Matt Ryan fan. I think he's a function of he has a good arm, but he's had good receivers, and he's playing in an era where it's tilted in his favor. I'm going Troy Aikman.
Stuver.
Cormac, have you voted for a modern QB yet?
He voted for Mahomes.
Anyone beyond 97?
And
Is he connected through Bozo Pewter somehow? Or what?
Yes. It hasn't updated for 20 years.
He's
Stevie,
on his
who do you got?
Commodore. Leave him alone.
He's got a scratch in his microchip.
It's Aikman, and it's Aikman only because of his competition that he's playing here. Again, Aikman, obviously a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's good, but I just don't think that Matt Ryan's not a lot of competition to a guy who's a Hall of Famer.
all right. Marino Romo.
This is a bye.
Marino.
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 All right.
I abstain.
Abstaining.
Brady Kelly. Bye.
Yep.
Though Kelly's been to 4 Super Bowls.
It's closer than you think, but Brady.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's closer than you think, but
What do you mean it's closer than you think?
well, it's not a 132 is what, like, you can't see the screen, but it's a 132 matchup.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a
all right, yeah,
132
all right,
matchup.
fine, yeah, fine, whatever.
All right. So we're moving on here. Chance go. Tom Brady, Dan Marino. Big
Brady.
matchup.
Wow.
We got a Brady. Aaron.
Even as a
Now I'm going to
Michigan,
preface. Now here's the deal. I got to preface all my Brady stuff on the point that, like, 10 years from now, it's tough to judge a president when he's in the chair, like, because there could be stuff that comes out that Brady and Belichick were, like, I don't know, had cameras in the other people's helmets or something. In which case, then he's X.
You know what?
But-
if that's the
but
case,
short of, like,
we'll go back to the
short of
tournament and
cheating-
change it.
Yes, short of cheating, I'd go Brady.
Okay. Stuver.
It's as much as this is pain, it's Brady. I mean, I think Marino's top probably 2, 3, 4 quarterback, but Brady, even in yards, even in TDs, even in passer rating. I'm a big passer rating guy. I mean, he's at 97 career passer rating guy. I think Marino was at 64 or something goofy like that, and he's got 70,000 yards. I mean, come on, it's Brady.
Marino's got the stronger arm, though.
That's true.
True.
Aikman, Favre.
But
Dahlman.
if
Sorry, go ahead, Stuart.
I just want to give Marino his due props for the greatest line in the history of interviews when he did say that he's been in the zone for like a decade. That is by far the greatest.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Dahlman, Aikman, Favre. Who do you got?
Aikman.
of course he
Aikman.
does. Of course he does.
Chris, I'm guessing you have Favre. You have
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what argument you go by. If we're just going off of wins, then
it's who you want to start. Who wants you to be
well,
quarterback?
who I want is Favre. I
What-
mean,
What do you mean? What
live with
argument?
the sword,
you mean,
die
like,
with the sword.
football player argument? Like, I mean, a broadcaster argument is the only argument that there is that Aikman wins this in, bro. Like, this is a football quarterback argument. So, like, what are we doing?
Stuver, do you have anyone besides Favre on this matchup?
It's Favre. Actually, Cutler would have beat Aikman too, but we'll go with Favre in this one.
Dog.
I'm going
just to
Favre.
rub it into Dahlman.
I want to say
go
one
Favre.
thing.
Pour
I want to say
salt
one
on him.
thing. Aikman played in an era where they didn't throw the ball as much. He had the best running back in NFL
Well, that's
history
good.
on his team.
Whoa!
Aikman,
That's next week's podcast. Don't start that first.
if you
Of all, that's
take
debatable.
Aikman and put him on any team that Favre ever played on, that's what I want to be able to see.
And they'd be a
It's
below
tough.
500 team.
Talking, we've had this discussion about the NBA, the difference in eras, difference in the team, difference in the philosophy of the coach, all plays into it. I agree. That's why, picking stats, using stats is difficult. Some of it's the eyeball test and your heart, or so
If you put
there's a lot
Stuber
of
back
things
in
going.
1940s NBA, he would have been the MVP. So.
And that's
Third
why
grade extended. You too, dog.
McCormick would have voted for him.
How about Russell Wilson, Phillip Rivers? Phillip,
Wilson.
I got two. Man, jeez. Anyway, all right.
How
Dahlman.
does Phillip Rivers make the Sweet 16? That's what I would like to know.
Because
well,
he went up against
it-
Alex Smith.
Look who the opponents were.
it was where he was sitting.
Yeah, he was 12. Yeah, he's got good stats. I mean,
He does.
How does Rodgers not make it?
Because he went
Matchup.
up against one of the matchup.
Somebody abstained.
That's right.
The Elway Rodgers, that's a real good second round one matchup there. But anyway, back to the Wilson Rivers.
Who's up?
Does anyone have Rivers?
Russell Wilson. No.
No.
I love Phil, but I would take Wilson.
Hey Rex, I can help you out with the getting Rodgers past the second round maneuver. We do this as a 64 teams, 4 region, 16 seed bracket, and Rodgers makes the Sweet 16 and probably the Elite 8. because he ain't going to be seated where he got seated. He's going to be a 2 seed.
Yeah, but you shouldn't even be talking because you did not vote.
Rogers, dude, Rogers was a #1 seed, Aaron.
You're
He
like
was
my-
the
you're like
4
my
seed
dad.
overall.
You're like my
Rogers
dad
it was a
complaining
#1
about-
seed in this tournament.
He wouldn't have been playing Elway in the second round. A #1 seed would not be playing. I'm just
Stop.
telling you, dude.
Stop.
You're
You're the one that made me
You're-
change to go by stats, and that's why he got matched up with Elway.
Your argument is in the wrong thing. It should be arguing why Elway's 29th, not why Rogers is 4.
I agree.
Both.
1.
And I've already said Elway's stats don't match up to the top quarterbacks or the guys who
Because
played.
he's not.
who's throwing.
Because he's not.
I'm just
He moved on, Rex. He moved on.
But it's the same
Mahomes.
argument. It's the same argument because in my bracket,
no,
Elway wouldn't
no,
be where he is. He'd
Mute
be,
Stott.
I agree.
Mute half of Stott. Mute
I
half
agree.
Of
He
Stott,
would be
'cause
2.
he
He
only
would be
is
a 2 and 3.
half of
I
the
agree.
deal.
But I agree that Elway would not be a. This would be what, like a 7. He's like a 7 seed in this. I agree. He wouldn't be. But
Yep.
according to the numbers, this is where he got put.
Well, are we
we should have
voting not
so
only on numbers or heart?
According to Cormix, though, we should have put a factorial, multiplier in there. For Cormix wants a multiplier that if you played in the 80s, you get a 3 multiplier.
Standardize the scores relative to the people who played when they were playing. Absolutely.
All right, Elway,
This guy
Mahomes.
publishes papers. He talks
thing.
p-values and n, so he knows about that.
Mahomes, Elway.
Scroll to
Dog,
it, bro.
dog, you get us started here.
Ooh. Wow.
What do you
This is
do?
a tough one because Mahomes, you don't know where his career is going. I'm going to go Johnny L just for the same logic that why he put Rodgers out. Just good talent, won games, led his team, got Super Bowls.
This is not a tough one. If you beat Aaron Rodgers, you smoke Patrick Mahomes. This is not a tough one. This is John Elway. Can we go to the next matchup, please?
Well, the tough one is Mahomes has only been in the league 3 years, so that's the tough one with this.
Does anyone would rather have Mahomes as your starting quarterback over Elway?
No.
Okay,
That's
moving on.
fans.
Drew Brees versus Joe Montana.
Oh,
Now,
Gosh.
this is tough.
This
is
one's a tough one
unlike
because
the last
Montana.
one.
I got
Okay.
Brees. I know Montana's got the rings, but Drew Brees, what he's done in his career is amazing. He's he's every stat, if he's up in the top. He's just
Montana.
so
Is
I
the team
got
we're
Brees.
starting playing in a dome or playing outdoors?
They're just
Depends
playing football.
where
They're
you
just playing
yeah, we're
football.
just playing. We're just
Yeah.
we're just on ball field. So,
That's kind of like the mini dick or full size dick argument.
all right, so Aaron.
This is in the Three Rivers, Cormick. So think of they'd be playing at Fulton Stadium at River.
Did they have to drive all the way to Amboy though?
Amboy. You have to take all the back roads to get to Amboy. Yes.
all right,
Drew Brees.
so I got Brees,
I'll
I got it.
I'll go with you.
Montana.
Montana, I'm Montana.
Of course you
he
are.
is.
Okay, Aaron, you said Brees.
Sure.
There's 2s.
That's
McFadden.
just
I'm going Montana. I like Breeze, but Montana, I mean, obviously he's playing with a lot of Hall of Famers, but he was, Joe Cool, the nickname.
he was the
he won.
GOAT. He was the GOAT before
Domin.
Brady.
Domin, have you voted yet?
He has not.
If not, I take Drew Brees.
Oh,
It's
come on.
It's 3-3.
This
No,
is a
Stuver
farce.
hasn't voted yet. 3-3.
Drew Brees.
Come on.
Oh, my God.
The guy,
That's
again,
unbelievable.
he checks
Oh
the
my
boxes.
God.
He's got every passing record that you can.
Except
he's
for
top
winning.
3,
Except for winning. And that's
Oh,
what you
except
try to
for-
do.
except for what? 2 Super Bowls Brees got? Does he
You
have
play to win the game.
2?
It's not even a question. I mean, this is. Yeah, does Breeze have 2 Super Bowls or 1? Tell me. I
He's
forget.
got 2. Does he have 2? I think
He
he's got 2.
won. He won.
I thought he had
Did
1.
he win the
One
other
Super Bowl.
Who beat him?
Yeah.
He's won one
They won.
Super
They've
Bowl.
been twice. They've been twice.
He's a function of the system.
Did they lose to the Colts?
Drew Brees has
Niners had
one.
a
Once,
hell of a
hasn't he?
lot
Drew
better
Brees has
team
one.
around him.
Only has
Dude.
1.
Yeah.
I'm still taking it.
Nobody could
So am I.
even take this thing serious.
Here's
if
the
you take
bottom line.
Breeze
You put Montana on the Saints and you put Breeze on the 49ers. Breeze is going to win the Super Bowls that Montana did. So
No way.
Look at that.
Are you
Brett just bottom
smoking
lined it for
crack?
you. Chris, Brett
Dude,
just
we do
bottom
not
lined it for
promote
you.
smoking crack on the Gym Teacher Dreams podcast.
Well,
Holy
at least
cow.
half you guys are in a different world than what I'm aware of.
Dan Fouts, Steve Young.
This is another buy. Somehow we got a buy in the third round. That's weird.
I got Steve Young.
Young.
It would have been a buy if you'd have put Stafford there, but you guys didn't like throwing the football.
It still would have been a buy. It still would have been a buy with either one of them.
And the
I'm
last
still-
matchup of this round. Oh, I take that back. Last
Oh.
region. Big Ben, Kurt Warner.
Ben.
And
How'd they do in the combine? Man, let's talk about that.
I don't think Kurt got invited. Well, I mean, either one of
Yeah.
them might have. You never know.
Kurt Warner was horrible in my Madden
Yeah.
mutt game.
he came
last
out of the
night.
grocery store.
Gosh, he was terrible. But anyway,
I take Roethlisberger even though
Where
his
was
name
it?
is misspelled.
I'm going to go back, Domin.
There you
Domin,
go.
I'm making a 100 tournament book that you can buy, and I'll make sure that and you'll be the spell checker. You and
I'll
Joe.
read it for you. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Because
I'm
yes, I
actually-
misspelled a ton. I did not. I did
would
this.
like-
Leave Montana off of it. I mean,
Even though he's going to lose, I would like my Kurt Warner vote counted as a losing vote on this one. So,
Okay,
Thank you.
you betcha. Peyton
Makes you
Manning.
stand on that
I'd
one.
go Kurt Warner over Roethlisberger.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
There's two.
Wait, hold
I'll
on
actually
now.
say it.
There's
I'm not gonna
three.
abstain.
Who's got? Is there another Warner vote?
I'm going Warner as well. The greatest show on turf.
Dog.
I went where I'm Big Ben.
Okay, I think I say. Did I go premature?
The 4-3.
Yes. I do
Yeah,
believe so.
I'm gonna go Big Ben. I like Warner, but I go overall
Cool.
Big Ben.
So who's abstaining here? Who hasn't voted?
No, it was 4-3.
It's 4-3.
No, Stod voted on this one, Rex. He didn't vote on the other one.
No, did we get a now? What
We have
about
8 guys, don't we?
no,
How many
seven.
guys we got?
We got 7.
No, we just have Kev's name.
What about
Oh, okay.
what about Cormac's multiplier? Does the Cali crew, because that was the 3 votes came from the Cali crew? Do we get a multiplier there? Is that like a tie?
Absolutely.
No,
No, you're knocked for above average intelligence.
no.
I just freaking.
You guys are using words that the
complimented you,
Gym Teacher
calling
Dreams
you the
podcast
Cali
don't normally
crew.
have on.
You-
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure.
Cunningham, Peyton Manning.
Bye.
Manning.
It is.
Move
Anyone
on,
got
pass.
Cunningham? We love him. We all love him.
Tecmo.
I mean, I'd love
Tecmo.
to. In Tecmo, yes, I'd love to. And just jerseys, again, going jerseys, like Manning has lost every jersey in every round, but
Here's the issue. I wonder if I can't move. I can't move, so I got.
make sure you save it, bro.
All right, so I'm going to try to do a little shrinkage.
It shouldn't be tough for you to pick.
Whoa, whoa!
This is his podcast that people from his town listen to, bruh.
Seinfeld episode.
Chris, that's well played, but you will not be back on the Gym Teacher Dream podcast, buddy. All right.
Can't you move our picture to the left?
I don't know.
Just crack and
I tried. I don't know.
I just moved it so I could see, so I think you can move our pictures to the left.
All right, let's try.
Oh, I moved mine, yeah.
Yeah. That boy, Stubby.
There.
Peyton Manning, Big Ben. I got Peyton Manning all the way from
Yep.
from on the field, off the field.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, now we're throwing
Yeah.
in off the field. Like we get to.
I
this
just,
now,
I mean,
I
commercials.
guess when you get.
I
down
like
to
Peyton's
Elite-
places.
Elite
They
Eight.
look pretty good.
Once
All
it
right.
comes into the lead 8, I guess in the first round you can go on grit, and now in the lead 8 we're going to on the field, off the field, other intangibles.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
What happens when you move on?
All
Sorry,
right.
Rogers.
I'm getting hungry.
Wow. Just taunting you, Rex.
Steve
I
Young,
hear it, man.
Drew Brees.
It's a tough one for me. My all-time favorite NFL team, besides the '85 Bears, is the '95 Niners with Prime. as Defensive Player of the Year. So as long as we're throwing intangibles, I'm going to throw that out there, and I'm still going to vote for Breeze.
I'm Steve Young, all the way here.
Of course you are.
He's from the 80s.
God, if Young moves on and Montana stays put, that's just crazy.
McCormick, you're getting older every minute of the podcast. Dog, who do you got in this matchup?
I'm going Breeze. If Breeze knocked out Montana, he's got to knock out Young.
That's great reasoning there.
He's just I think he's a better quarterback. I know Steve Young's really good. Dahlman, what do you got?
Drew Brees.
All you guys are fantasy players. That's why your stuff is all just about who wins the fantasy matchup, not who would win in reality.
Are you questioning our abilities here?
Yeah, Montana should have beat Breeze by that logic there, McCormick.
I would argue that. I would say that Dahlman votes as much on who he doesn't like as who he does. And being a Cowboys fan, he doesn't like Steve Young. So I would disagree that you're just going off of fantasy.
I think that matchup was closer than you think it is. Steve Young, if you just want to start a team and have him for a season again, guy's quality.
He's good. I mean, that's a tough matchup. But in my opinion, I would have selected Breeze, and he moved on. But Steve Young is really good.
I'll say this, Tuvi. I'll give you that too, dude. Like, give me last year's Saints team with Steve Young, and I'd take that over Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Well, is somebody looking at numbers on these guys? Can we go back and vote for Montana? Come on. I thought we were talking about winning.
Winning.
5 Super Bowls.
Russell Wilson, John Elway. Chris, I'm going to let you go and then mute you. Elway. All right. Any reason?
Yeah, 5 Super Bowls, 2 wins. He's a hell of a talent. I mean, he's Johnny Elway. I mean, he's awesome.
All right. McCormick.
Not even close. John Elway.
Stuver.
Elway.
Aaron.
It's closer than you think, Carmix. It's Elway, but barely.
Russ is really good.
Barely.
Russ is really good.
Dahlman.
Same thing. Switch the teams and the quarterbacks, Carmix, and see what happens. It's way closer than you think.
Yeah, Russ.
All of a sudden, Seattle wins like 4 straight Super Bowls.
No, I'm saying put Russell Wilson with Terrell Davis and see what happens. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we got to take this. You can't just take John Elway, broken back, broken leg, John Elway. You got to take gunslinger John Elway when he's throwing to the Three Amigos or whatever the hell they're called.
Yes.
That guy.
Smurfs.
That guy can sling it. So if you're going to take we look at it, I think it was Rexa that threw that out before. The guy had broken back John Elway that got dragged to a championship. Okay, the first 10 years of his career he's thrown it everywhere. So look at that guy.
Tom Brady, Brett Favre.
And use Carmix multiplier and see what happens with Elway's numbers. Multiply that by 3.
All right, last one.
Rex didn't see those games because he only had 4, 6, and 8 at that time, so he couldn't watch the game.
Sometimes 18.
Sometimes 18, that's true.
All right, Favre, Brady.
This one's a bye. Move them on, Brady.
I got Brady.
No, it's not. This is the closest matchup of the whole thing. The talent-wise, it's not even close. Talent-wise, I'm gonna vote for Brady, but talent-wise, he ain't Favre. He ain't even in Favre's zip code.
Maybe talent, but I'd start if I starting Tom in his heyday. I got Tom. So
yeah, I go Brady.
Yeah, we lost that.
I'm still here.
He's.
The only thing I asterisk is how much did
the rest of
Brady cheat? I mean, if he didn't cheat, then I'll give him props.
Gosh. So I'd give this. Sorry, guys. Peyton Manning and Drew Brees. No. Yeah, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees.
Yeah, Final Four, right?
Manning.
I skipped one. I know I did. I gotta go back up. But Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Aaron.
Manning.
There's 2.
Drew Brees has not slowed down at all. Peyton Manning slowed down a lot. Man, this is so close.
Just abstain. That's a pretty comfortable spot for you.
While he's thinking, Dahlman.
Yeah. I got to think about this one more.
See?
I
Dog.
say Steve Young and Joe Montana beat both of these guys, but because they were unceremoniously dumped from the tournament, I'll go Manning.
I think that's
I actually like Breeze on this one. I think they're pretty close, but with the longevity, Breeze is still going solid at whatever 40, whatever he is. I'm gonna go Breeze.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do
Yeah,
too.
but didn't Drew Brees play 4 games last year? How's he going strong? He didn't get hurt.
He's going strong in fantasy leagues across the world.
When he plays, he's strong. I mean, he was out, yeah, but when he played, he was solid.
I know he played in at least one game. They gave him a piece of paper. I watched it.
all right. So once again, the quarterback that you want, whether you decide a game, a league, or a year, a season, who do you? So right now, I think 3 for Peyton Manning, right?
And 2 for Breeze. Me and Doug have Breeze.
Okay, Dahlman,
Manning.
you pick.
Manning.
So does that make it? Are you 4? You had voted yet?
I hadn't voted, no.
Okay, so
But now I did.
thank you. Peyton Manning moves on.
Just barely. Who would you have voted? I like how you just don't have to vote at certain points, and you just play the easy out so that Rexa doesn't yell at you. What would you vote for? Pick?
I was taking Breeze. Tom Brady. John Elway.
Look at you. Brady.
Brady.
I'm taking Brady. I love Elway, but Brady once again, he's
Elway.
got the stats and the Super Bowl rings.
I'm with you, Dahlman.
Elway, 2 Elways.
2 Elways. Anyone else?
I'm going Brady.
Ah.
All right.
Did we lose Stuber?
No,
Nah,
it's-
dude. I got smoke coming out of my ears.
I mean, is this a championship?
I thought you voted Brady, Stuart.
No, I didn't say nothing. Nada.
What do you say, Stu?
We are
Where's
less
Jeff?
than, guys, unless you want me to send you do another link. We are under a minute. Do you want us another link, or we got
I
Brady
want to
versus
hear what
Manning?
Stuber said. Come on.
I mean, I don't mind, because this is the championship, but I'm going to have to stop here and send one more link.
Send the link. Send the link.
All right. Last time.
Come too far. We
All right.
come too far.
Too important.
Yep, you betcha. All right. We'll stop, and one more time there, guys.
We'll jump.
All right, the Rexa profile pick.
This is the good.